Welcome to Claman on Call. The markets may be closed, but I am always on call for you. The three major U.S. indexes ending the trading session of the week in the red. For the entire week, we need to tell you that both the Dow and the S&P managed to stay in the green. Only the NASDAQ closed in the red. But you can see the Dow losing 140 points on this Friday. S&P down 14. Let's bring in Dan Stessich. He's a trader in the pits of the CME, and he's the guy who could tell us why the markets fell next week, but what, Dan, to look forward to next week. Was it Greece? Was it a failed trade bill that shook the markets today?
I don't think it was a failed trade bill because that really wouldn't have had much of an impact except in the long term. So short term, that doesn't do it. This is definitely Greece. We had a few other factors. The market was looking at three things this week. The economy, we had good news there. They're looking forward to the FOMC, and they're looking towards Greece. Two unknowns right there, and two unknowns don't make for a solid market. And that's what we saw this week. We treaded water a little bit better for the week, but not much more. We're going to have to see what happens then.
Okay, so let's spin it forward. We have a Federal Reserve meeting, and that matters. Even if they don't make any move on interest rates, that's next week. It's a two-day meeting with the announcement on Wednesday, correct?
That is correct. And what we'll be looking for, we've said this before, is what does the Fed say? What are they going to look at? I think they're going to try to pinpoint a little more this time in this statement than they have in the past. So let's pay attention to that. And as far as Greece now, tomorrow, they're supposed to be back in the negotiating table. Yeah. That's coming to a crucial period. We're going to have to see something there.
Even on the weekends, these traders don't sleep. They're watching the news flow, and we'll watch it for you. Great to see you, Dan. Have a good weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. You do the same.
And, of course, the breaking news out of Washington today, we just talked about it, but it really is major. It's a big failure in Washington today as the House of Representatives voted to kill a key component of President Obama's Trans-Pacific Partnership trade deal. Now, while most Republicans actually like the deal, Democrats did not, even though the president did. The White House called it a legislative procedural snag and believes this deal is not dead. House leaders do plan to vote again early next week, possibly on Tuesday. So be sure to check out Fox Business and, of course, all of today's interviews, LizClaman.com. It'll give you so much more color, so much more texture to these stories that really affect your money. And tune in to Countdown to the Closing Bell every weekday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Have a great night and a good weekend, okay?